welcome. You're watching Next IAS English. Today's big news is coming up from Kuno National Park in Madhya Pradesh. The big news is abandoned at birth and looked after by humans, first Indian cheetah Mukhi becomes mother to 5 cubs, and this cheetah Mukhi has given birth to 5 cubs in Kuno National Park, which is becoming a big news, big headlines in our environment sector. So let us understand the whole concept and let us understand the context and background. Firstly, before that, let us understand the UPSC relevance of this topic. Why is it relevant for civil services examination? Let us understand that. So it is very important for environment and ecology, which is GS paper 3. Wildlife conservation, endangered species, reintroduction projects, all of it. We have seen multiple questions coming up in the prelims from all these keywords. Then biodiversity, again it becomes very important. Challenges in reintroducing extinct species and human wildlife management also is a very important and crucial topic for prelims. Then government schemes, we have already seen many previous year questions from government schemes. Project Cheetah, policy, implementation and outcomes. We are all going to discuss all this in the video. And then current affairs, again everybody knows that current affair covers the big portion of this examination. So again it is important for prelims, species in news, protected areas, and mains, conservation challenges. So let's move ahead and talk about the context and background of the news. Now let us understand what is the context and the background of this whole news. So India-born cheetah Mukhi, which she was abandoned at birth, has now given birth to 5 cubs at Kuno National Park. Now Mukhi is the sole surviving cub of 4 born in 2023. So she was herself born in 2023 and there were 4 cubs which were born, but she was the sole survivor, and she was born into Namibia cheetah Jwala. So there she was born. Her survival followed extreme challenges. Now she had faced extreme challenges in her survival. The major challenges were dehydration, heat stress and limb injury as well. So she also suffered a limb injury. Now Mukhi recently completed rewilding and mated with one of Asha's mate offspring. So again she mated in Kuno National Park, and the birth marks a crucial milestone for the cheetah reintroduction program. So as you all know that this is a species that we've been trying to save for so many years now. So again it becomes a crucial milestone because 5 cubs have been added to the list now for the cheetah reintroduction program. So yes, moving forward, let us understand the Kuno National Park. Now let's talk about Kuno National Park a little. Kuno National Park, as I've already mentioned, is located in Madhya Pradesh and part of the Shiopur Morena landscape. Now this is a part of the Shiopur Morena landscape, again an important keyword here. Then selected as the main site for Project Cheetah. Now Kuno National Park has been selected as the main site. Now this is a very important point for Project Cheetah due to suitable grassland woodland mix. So the environment of this Kuno National Park is grassland and woodland mix. That is why it has been selected for Project Cheetah. Now originally proposed for Asiatic lion relocation. Now this site was originally proposed for the Asiatic lion relocation, later repurposed for cheetahs. Now it has been repurposed for cheetahs. This is home to species like Chittal, Sambar, Nilgai, forming prey base for cheetahs. Now it forms a lot of prey base for cheetahs. That is one of the reasons why this was chosen as the main site for Project Cheetah. Now it faces some high challenges, as we've already discussed in the last slide, that this cheetah Mukhi also faced challenges. So these are the high challenges in this Kuno National Park, which is high summer heat. The heat is very high, limited prey density and territorial conflicts. As you all know that cheetahs define their territory, so there are territorial conflicts as well and limited prey density as well. Now this whole national park is spread across 748 square kilometer with an additional buffer area under development. So there is under development area which is an additional buffer. Now frequent monitoring via radio collars, field staff and camera traps, all of this has been made there so that there could be frequent monitoring of cheetahs and everything, and hosts both imported African cheetahs and India born cheetahs now reproducing. So it has both African cheetahs as well as India born cheetahs as well, and now India born cheetahs are reproducing, as this whole news is talking about that. Key future need. Now what is the key future need in this Kuno National Park is expansion of habitat corridors. It is very important to expand the habitat corridors for long-term cheetah viability. It becomes very crucial. Then now let us understand what are the important themes for UPSC. So the important themes are protected areas, species recovery, human and wildlife management. Okay, these are the important themes. Moving forward, let's talk about the species cheetahs. Now let us understand the species cheetahs. So you might already know about this, but still I'm covering it as a fact. World's fastest land animal is cheetah, adapted to open grassland ecosystems. So they are open to grassland ecosystems. They were declared extinct in India in 1952, and African cheetahs introduced under Project Cheetah 2022. So under 2022 Project Cheetah, African cheetahs were introduced, and they require large home ranges, abundant prey and low competition environments. So that's something that they require very diligently. They require large home ranges, abundant prey, so they should have enough to eat around them, and low competition environment, so the competition should be less while where they are staying. Now let us understand the key threats. Habitat loss is one of the key threats. Human conflict is one of the key threats, and lastly low genetic diversity. So their genetic diversity is also low. That is also one of the key threats to cheetahs. Now reproduction and hunting skills depend heavily on maternal training, making Mukhi's role as a mother especially significant. So this was all about cheetahs. Now let us move ahead and look at the revision question. So let us understand what is the revision question. See, we have already talked about this. Let's see who was listening attentively. Which national park is linked to India's cheetah reintroduction project? A. Kaziranga National Park, B. Kuno National Park, C. Jim Corbett National Park, D. Sundarbans National Park. I want you all to answer this in the comment section below. Let's see who will be able to answer it properly. And we have completed all the important dimensions of this topic. So that is it for today. I will see you in another deep dive video. Until then, bye-bye. Take care.